Today, I'm going to be talking about video games, porn, and sex distortion. Click the link and subscribe to our channel for more videos on dating challenges and how we can help you overcome them. We put out new videos every Sunday and Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm Dr. Aviva Gaskill. I'm a clinical psychologist and I've helped dozens of people overcome dating challenges. This is one that I see a lot, and I want to help you with video games and dating and how they are screwing up your dating life. So today I'm going to be talking about video games, porn, and sex distortion. Dan Savage talks a lot about how porn can distort our real life view of sex, and it sure can. Porn can make real sex seem boring, less exciting, less like someone's actually into it than maybe they really are. And that's really confusing for our little human minds and our little human brains to kind of sort out. The other thing about porn and video games is that they are so distorting that they can almost make real life people seem less attractive to our eyes, right? The people that we see, the men, women, and other folks that we see on video games, they are, they have these perfect bodies, they have these perfect features because they're digitally altered. And even in porn, right? Those are touched up films and things like that. It can really distort our view about what a human being is actually supposed to look like, sound like, be like, feel like in real life. And one thing I came across was this term present hedonism, where they talk about confusing game pleasure and porn pleasure with real life pleasure. There's this kind of lack of reality that we start to accept in our world. It's kind of like if I were to look at a magazine or a billboard of someone, and all of a sudden I internalize that I'm supposed to look, sound, be like that person all the time. But that's not very realistic. And we kind of translate that into our sex lives. One of the other things that comes up with porn and with gaming is that sometimes the sex or the sexual interactions, they could just be flirty interactions that we can have we can watch on a porn screen, or we can interact with in the gaming world. They actually are so novel all the time. And what can happen is that we then start to look for that novelty and that newness all the time in our real life. But real life sex isn't always that novel and new. It gets boring. That's part of, what can happen. It's up to a couple or, whoever's involved in the sexual act to sort of make it new again. But it really distorts our view of what's really supposed to happen. Another thing that comes up for folks is that, again, just like I was talking about magazines and billboards, we can start to see ourselves as inadequate in comparison to the characters that we see on a screen or the characters that we see acting in a porn. And another thing that is so important in all of this is that you're still gonna feel lonely at the end of the day. Watching porn, it can fill a little bit of a void. Gaming can fill a little bit of a void. But until we actually have that real one-on-one human interaction, we still feel lonely and we still crave someone to be with, someone to touch, someone to connect with. The last thing I want to highlight here is that both gaming addiction, if we can call it that, it's not necessarily technically an addiction in the same way that alcohol use is an addiction or drug use is an addiction. And then porn and sexual addiction are both on the rise. And there's real reasons for this, right? There's something really attractive about them that really sucks us in. And at the same time, we're still feeling lonelier than ever. There's a lot of data coming out about this stuff. There's a lot of research coming out about this stuff. But it's really important to try and break that cycle if you're in it or if you know someone who's in it. Thanks again for watching today, and let us know if you have questions, comments, feedback for us below. We'd love to hear from you. And we know this is a really interesting topic for folks about video games, relationships, porn. We'd love to hear more about how you see this in your life and any questions you have for us or videos you'd like to see us do on the topic. Don't forget to check out our website, BetMeADate.com, for more help with your dating challenges. Like, subscribe, and check out more of our content and videos on YouTube.